game earlier this season at the hands of the Saginaw Valley Cardinals, the team they'll be facing here at home tonight. Hi everyone, I'm Tom Cleary, getting set for Game 2 of our GLIAC doubleheader on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network. Grand Valley led the Cardinals of Randy Baruth, the overall GLIAC leader this year, by 15 points in a game at Saginaw before capitulating. The Lakers very badly need to win a game or two here of their final 3 this season. Right now, Grand Valley's in a logjam. 4 teams tied for the last 4 postseason playoff spots. So the Lakers are looking to move up a little bit. If they can win 2 or maybe 3 games, they might even put themselves in a position to be hosting a first-round game later next week. Saginaw Valley's been outstanding. Some people think the best crafted team in the league this year. Not a team of standout ability, but a team that plays very well together, and that is certainly borne out by their outstanding record. Grand Valley feeling better about itself after a close win at home last week over Lake Superior State. So it's the Lakers against the Cardinals. 2 old-time rivals go at it in Game 2 of our GLIAC doubleheader here tonight on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network.
You learn something every single day at Grand Valley State University about who you are and who you can become, about where you've been and where you're going, about your goals and how to accomplish them. At the end of the day, you know what you want from life. Find it within yourself. Find it within Grand Valley State University.
I was only 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went from being an active, healthy teenager to becoming very sick very quickly. But thanks to the collaboration between researchers and my oncologist, I survived, and I'm now in remission.
We were curious, could a checking account help fight cancer? We'll give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open a new checking account with direct deposit and make 3 online bill payments at Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
All right, we're back here in Allendale. I'm Tom Cleary with you tonight. We're still several minutes away from the start of the men's contest because of the later finish of the women's game, which was won by Saginaw Valley. So the start of this one has been pushed back just a little bit. And rather than talk about what happened in that one again, we're instead going to invite you to join us to take a look at some of the things that have happened here at Grand Valley in sports recently, involving some of the folks from the football program.
As a senior in high school, didn't really know what to expect, but when I stepped in Grand Valley's doors, the atmosphere and just the level of competition and intensity here was unmatched across the board to other schools I visited.
Before coming to Grand Valley, I used to see Division II teams play on ESPN, and I said, I want to do that. Knowing that I know the following year I'll be playing in the national championship game.
He's at the 50, he's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20, 10, 5, and it's a touchdown, Lakers!
Of course, I'm playing on a broader scale right now in the NFL, but just the pure passion that the fans came out into Lovers with every day is unparalleled.
There's really an acceptance. You're part of a club, you know, being a part of this team, and you're part of it for life. It's not a 4-year thing. you're a Laker for life.
People around the nation know when you hear Grand Valley State, usually think of they're playing for a national championship, or they're in the playoffs making a deep run, or winning their league even.
A lot of guys play college ball, Division I, and never get to play for a national title. Here you get to play for a national title. You're always going to compete for it here at Grand Valley.
When I came here, they explained it as a big school with a small school feel, and that's exactly how it felt to me.
Obviously, the school's grown tremendously in the last 10 years, but you still have the small town feel, and everyone's a family, just a nice community.
It's a great location. Grand Rapids 20 minutes away, the beach 20 minutes away.
It's not overly crowded, but at the same time, there's enough people where you're getting that life experience of being around a lot of different kinds of people.
Grand Valley, I've always known, is a prestigious school. It really is. The best education. You're going to get a lot of one-on-one time. The professors here are amazing.
I would say you're going to get a great education, B, you're going to have a great experience playing football, and it's going to lead to a lot more success than just playing football. It's going to lead into your professional career, prepare you for the real world, because there is life after football, and that's something you have to prepare for, and they do a tremendous job of doing that.
I mean, you definitely want to be somewhere where you feel like you can contribute to something that's of a greater cause, and Grand Valley is that. And you can see by looking around here on the walls of the great players that have came through here, and the Directors' Cups and multinational championships that not only football but other sports have accumulated.
But I actually felt good that I came to a place that actually wanted me for who I was. They just wanted me as an athlete, and they felt that they can sculpt me and mold me into the player that I am now.
Here, it's the best Division II school in the country for football.
Every day in practice was a grind, and competition level is high.
The people that they bring into this program are some of the best athletes that can be recruited around here. So if you're one of those lucky guys that gets a chance to come here, I'd take full advantage of it.
The coaches were phenomenal, I think. You're in the moment, you think coaches are hard on you, this and that, but they really taught you some life skill lessons.
The coaches here are really great. They're going to teach you discipline. You're not even going to become a better football player. You're going to become a better man, a better student.
I learned the true value of hard work, discipline, how to be accountable as a human being.
That's kind of what geared me and tailored my mindset for the NFL, and I believe that's why I've made it this far in my career. I'm going to year 6, and that's all because of the things I was instilled and learned here at Grand Valley State.
These guys I played with, they're still my best friends. The coaches, they're still my mentors.
Ever since I've been gone, they've been extremely supportive. I can call and talk to these guys anytime.
It's not just everybody moving on after you're done playing here. You stay in touch with everybody, coaches and players alike.
I come back every offseason. I train here. I train in the indoor facility, and they're great to me there.
At the end of the day, it was a family here. It was a family atmosphere. It was a brotherhood. You could talk to any coach. They would respond to you. And then when it's time to go play, it's just that much easier to go out there and play for the man next to you, your coach next to you, because we're just all inclusive, all brotherhood here.
The family atmosphere, the chance to win a national championship, the fun that you have here, it's truly something that any college student would want to be a part of. And a bonus is being a Grand Valley football player, where the program and the tradition here is so unbelievable.
There's nothing like playing for Grand Valley. There's so much pride here. You have the best coaching staff, you have the best facilities of Division II, and the best education you can get.
I worked this hard to get to this level, but I never forgot where I came from, and Grand Valley was the right place for me, and it gave me this push to get to the NFL and to be a Dallas Cowboy now.
Grand Valley is prone to do bigger and better things, and this is only the beginning.
Many of our customers are repeat customers. Once they travel with Cardinal, they come back time and time again.
Our drivers are the best in the industry. We have so many positive comments about our drivers.
Cardinal Bus, 85 years of safe, reliable, worry-free transportation. Call us at 800-348-7487.
Now both teams have concluded their warm-ups. We're getting set for the player introductions now for game number 2 of our GLIAC doubleheader. Saginaw Valley won the first contest. For the women's game today, great finish to that one. The top team in the North Division prevailing over Grand Valley. And now the Lakers men's team will try to get a split against a team that is also on top of the North Division. Randy Baruth's club 17-2. in league play. Grand Valley 10-9, but the Lakers, on the basis of a strong showing in their non-conference schedule, still an opportunity here for a 20-win season and very possibly a chance to play in both the GLIAC postseason tournament, maybe even if things went right, the NCAA tournament. That is still to come later this month. Saginaw Valley tonight starts with CJ Turnage, number 2 out there right now. He's a 6'5" junior from Ypsilanti. Kellen Smith, a starter from Kentucky, the senior from Covington. Caleb Davis is the Australian wearing number 4. And the 5th starter is Mitchell Benziger, the senior from Clarkston, Michigan, 6'2", not a real big guy. It's an unusual shape to this Saginaw Valley team, to put it mildly, but it's a team that plays pretty well. I had a chance to talk to some of the Grand Valley players this week, and they said there's really nobody that they played this year that plays as well as a team as Saginaw Valley. A talented team, but maybe not the most talented team in the GLIAC, but a team that has just really got it wired in very nicely for Randy Baruth, who's now in his 4th season. Aaron Hayes, the senior from Detroit, first out of the chute for Grand Valley. Zach West, the freshman from Oswego in Illinois, starts at the off guard. He'll be playing mostly on the wing, generally a guy that shoots from distance. Here's Grand Valley's all-around whirling dervish, Luke Reiskamp. Just a fantastic inside scorer for a guy who's only 6 feet 3 inches tall. Chaz Rollins, the Cleveland native, 6'7" up front, playing along with Ricky Carbajal, the starter in his 4th season, a senior who's played well over 100 games. A real rock for this program, and Rick Wesley since arriving after playing part of one season at Quincy in Illinois, got hurt and then transferred, and he's had a great and mostly injury-free career at Grand Valley. So a very big game tonight for the Lakers. They've got to win at least 1, probably 2, to get into the postseason, to be assured of getting into the postseason. And their last 3 games are all against teams that they did not beat the first time around. They had a very close game with Saginaw. They had a very tight game with Ferris, their opponent here next week. And they lost at home rather convincingly at the hands of Hillsdale, the team they'll play on the road on Saturday. So no gimmies here for the Lakers or anything even close to that. Saginaw Valley is assured of a spot in the postseason. Very likely will be the number 1 seed overall. And you'd have to think, on the basis of what they've done this year in league play, a likely participant in the NCAA tournament. It's Caleb Davis going up against Chaz Rollins. Grand Valley gets that one. Grand Valley stole it on the way up, and they're going to give this to Saginaw Valley. What's unusual about that is the referee who tossed it up made the call. Usually he's just looking to not get hit in the chops, but he felt that the tip was stolen, which on the alternate possession I guess doesn't mean a whole lot, but Saginaw Valley gets it first here. Saginaw Valley bumping. It's a little turnaround that goes on a kind bounce. That was CJ Turnage who hit that shot. Left it well short, but got the kind kiss off the glass. Grand Valley with Carbajal. Here's Rollins. West now. Saginaw defending well. That was too hard for Carbajal through his hands. And a poor start with a couple of mental mistakes already here for Grand Valley in the first 30 seconds. Guy that will handle a lot is Kellen Smith, wearing 3 in red. Senior from Kentucky. Carbajal with the takeaway. Here's Aaron Hayes looking to go. Hayes all the way down and scores. Surprised Saginaw Valley with his speed and his burst. And by the time they tried to adjust, it was too late.
Hands up!
Turnage. Caleb Davis. Turnage again. 13 is Benziger. loose inside. Grand Valley's got the rebound, though, after the miss by Benzinger. There's Rice Camp now. West, Rollins, Kapuska is going to come in right away for Grand Valley. Hayes, West, Carbajal looking to go. Shot clock at 3. Rice Camp's going to have to jack it up. Got a good release on it. Missed the shot, and it's pulled down by Damon Bozeman, the senior from Detroit. Wearing 11 in red for Saginaw Valley. Turnage. Saginaw wants a slower pace than Grand Valley would probably like to play. Very casual at the offensive end so far for the Cardinals. Then the deep ball misses, and that was from Bozeman. Here comes Hayes on the run. Hayes looking to force the issue again. Goes and scores. Nice switch back to the right hand, but quickly at the other end, that's going to be a charge. Kapuska took it right in the chest against C.J. Turnage. And he was clearly outside the arc. Zach West goes out, and Kapuska is right in. It's a smallish lineup. So Grand Valley may be thinking they want to compete with one more ball handler in there. Carbajal, Rollins, Rice Camp for 3. Rice Camp has had 2 good looks so far, and if you let him set like that, he will hurt you. More of a to-the-glass kind of guy, but his perimeter game has gotten very much improved here this year. Saginaw thought about the 3 through Kellen Smith. Twice he pumped, gave it up. Smith wants him to go the other way. Shot clock at 10. Bozeman tried to run a little pick and roll. Smith got around Hayes, floats it from 8, left it, chased down by Caleb Davis, who is tonight the winner of the award for the longest away from home. Turnage, Rice Camp a rebound. So after conceding the first bucket of the game, Grand Valley scored 7 straight and has the ball again. Kapuska, the senior from Grand Rapids Northview, does a little bit of everything for Grand Valley. Chaz Rollins looking to go, dropped his shoulder. Davis played him well and then pulled down the rebound. Smith, nice back cut there. That's easy. Beautiful play, great layoff to Bozeman. First bucket for him. Hayes has 4, Rice Camp 3 for Grand Valley in this 7-4 ball game. Hayes. It's not really the shot that Hayes would like to take there, and it showed. Turnage, Davis. Grand Valley's got him cut off, and now they settle again into kind of a soft man-to-man with some zone elements. Bozeman over the top of Rice Camp. Long rebound there. Kapuska almost got it away from Benzinger. Turnage looking to go this time, and he's going to get there. 7-6 now. Big Justin Greason is at the table. He'll check in, the freshman for the Lakers. 6'10". Hayes. Well, that's a curious call there. I don't understand what happened. Hayes got it, got rid of it, and then got called for traveling. We'll take a break. Grand Valley up early here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
You learn something every single day at Grand Valley State University about who you are and who you can become, about where you've been and where you're going, about your goals and how to accomplish them. At the end of the day, you know what you want from life. Find it within yourself. Find it within Grand Valley State University.
After our first media timeout here in the opening half, it's Saginaw Valley basketball. They led early at 2-0. Then Grand Valley ran off 7 straight, and now the Cardinals can recapture the lead this trip down. 3 of 8 shooting early on for Saginaw Valley. 3 of 6 for Grand Valley. Smith wide open for 3, and that's easy. Kapuska. Hayes, nice lob to Greason. Greason's got to be strong here, and he lost the ball out of bounds. This guy's got a lot of promise for the Lakers. He's got some skills, but strength is a real problem for him right now around the basket. He doesn't yet have the presence of a 6', 10" guy when he's down in the paint. It's a very physical league, much different from high school. Hayes, boy, he got bumped and then he threw it away. Referees could have called anything there and been right. Instead, Smith goes down and flies and scores. 3 guys looked at Aaron Hayes get jostled there 2 or 3 times, and finally a turnover, which leads to a 4-point Saginaw Valley lead. Here's Kapuska. Now Greason's got it. Got to avoid the double team. Didn't really do much of it there, and he didn't have anybody with him. Hayes floats. Hayes got it back, and he got blocked. Well, Grand Valley just not getting it done inside. That's an easy basket for the substitute, Garrett Hall. And suddenly the Lakers, who are up 7-2, have gotten outscored 11-0 here as Reiskamp looks to go. Floats and scores. Grand Valley's got West up and Trevin Alexander as well. Rollins is on the bench right now. Carbajal, Reiskamp, Greason. And Greason just late to the spot. Swung a left arm out there and fouled Wade Gelhaus, who had come on for Saginaw Valley.
Personal foul on Grand Valley's number 24, Justin Greason. That's his first, and team's first.
Gelhaus is a junior from Fort Recovery, Ohio. 6'5" player. His first point of the ball game. 5 different scores for Saginaw Valley early on, just 2 for Grand Valley. And after the last couple of minutes, the Lakers are lucky to be just 5 down in this one. So Kapuska, Reiskamp, Trevin Alexander, Greason, and Zach West. You'd think Reiskamp would be the primary offensive option here, the guy they'd like to run a play for. Floats, drives, and just amazing how this kid can score in traffic. He is such a tough nose player. Luke with 7 early, his team's down 4. Vincent Adams is in there right now wearing number 1. Also out there, Sterling Johnson. He's got the egg on his jersey, number 0, and he's going to try for 3. Didn't really set his feet that cleanly, but the release looked awfully nice. Sterling with a triple, 18-11 for the first place team in the North Division. You can tell this is a very cohesive group that Saginaw Valley has out there. They've moved people in and out, and no loss of ability. Saginaw Valley looking to move it again. Saginaw Valley's got Devin Dixon in right now. He set the high screen there. West got a hand in and finally helps get the takeaway from Garrett Hall. Reiskamp's going to go for 3, and Reiskamp single-handedly getting it done for Grand Valley. Luke's got 10 of his team's 14. It could be a lot worse, and Randy Baruth is not happy about that. And I think what he's saying is, who's the one guy out there that can hurt us right now that Grand Valley's got on? It's Luke Reiskamp. And his team floated a couple of trips in a row, and the coach is letting them know about it. And you can't be a championship team if you're soft, and the coach just kind of walks away from the huddle now. He says, get back out there and do something. Didn't make a substitution. kind of let his staff take over and let everybody sit down for a few seconds. The coach was not happy at all. And the way Rice-Camp shook loose there. Rice-Camp's got 10. Aaron Hayes has a total of 4. And nobody else has found the bottom of the net for Grand Valley here in the first half through 8 minutes.
Who's going to make a bucket? And it's Dylan. Congratulations, Dylan's our winner. He just won a dozen crispy cream donuts.
So 11:57 left here in the first half. Grand Valley down by 4. And Grand Valley returns with Rice Camp West. Kapuska, Alexander, and Rollins steps in after that timeout. Saginaw Valley comes back with Gelhaus, Sterling Johnson, Garrett Hall, Vincent Davis, and also on right now, Devin Dixon. He's got the ball. Good movement on the baseline. That is a travel against Vincent Adams. Not quite sure what he did. Lakers can creep a little bit closer here this trip down. Kapuska is going to let it roll up to the timeline. Here's Zach West. Greason. Alexander's going to have to hand it off to Rice Camp. Just heat check there. Great rebound by Chaz Rollins. Alexander can't find it. That's out of bounds to Grand Valley, I believe. But Rick Wesley saying, my guys are down there getting boxed and not getting the foul call. Not sure about Rollins or Alexander's shot, but I thought Rollins certainly took some contact on his attempt. Rice Camp, Rollins. West has got to make himself available to shoot the ball. He's quieted off quite a bit here in the second half of the season. He had some games where he scored pretty nicely early on. Maybe just getting a little bit worn down here during his freshman season as we look at Rick Wesley. Davis is back on along with Turnage now. Kapuska picked up by Sterling Johnson in the backcourt. Johnson's a senior, veteran guy. Rollins, lob up on top to Trevin Alexander. That's nicely done by Grand Valley. Nice to see Grand Valley find somebody else score the ball other than Hayes or most notably Kapuska. 2-point ball game here. Vincent Adams. Garrett Hall. Nice hedge there by Alexander. Here's Turnage. Lost the basketball with the clock rolling down, running down, I should say. And here comes Kapuska. Rice Camp. Zach West. That's a deep, deep three. All kinds of folks after it. And Saginaw Valley's got numbers here. Kicked it back out to the line, and Garrett Hall couldn't do much with it. 2 players at the table for the Cardinals. Halfway point of the first half. It's Saginaw Valley by 2. Alexander jumped out nicely there. Adams looking to go on Zach West. What do we call? Well, they're going to call Zach West. I mean, that's a very tough foul for the freshman. He's given ground the whole way. As we will get Benzinger back on along with Kellen Smith. Hall's going to go out, and also Sterling Johnson. And here comes Damon Bozeman. This is the starting unit out there right now for Saginaw Valley, and that's just too easy right there. They ran away from Benzinger, and now a foul against Trev Alexander, I believe, as Carbajal jumps up. They say Chaz Rollins. Chaz Rollins going to go to the bench. Carvajal's back on. That's a little bit of a push by Davis there. Didn't really think that it was the best shot off that inbound pass. Kapuska looking to go. Kapuska gets it. DK, they call him, the senior from Grand Rapids, with his first bucket to tie it at 18. Bozeman. Went on Ricecamp, he took steps. That's a tricky play that Ricecamp did there because he's beaten on the play. He's on the hip, but he's just got to kind of give ground, get out of the way. And he was able to do it. At first glance, that looks like a blocking foul, but really no contact occurred, although you were certain it was going to happen. Lakers can get back on top here. Carbajal trying to spot up against Turnage. Here's West. Carbajal had position. Grand Valley's going to make some moves here. Carbajal from the top, going to let it go for three. Ricardo Carbajal. Grand Valley's got Deshaun Lewis at the table along with Aaron Hayes, and this is a shot that's going to go for Turnage. 2 for Turnage, makes it a 21-20 Laker lead. Ricecamp, West. Kapuska. West has really got to fight through here and try to make himself an offensive threat. He can't just be floating out there. Trevin Alexander tries a tough one from 18, couple of bounces and a rebound to Damon Bozeman. Now Kellen Smith. Saginaw Valley at the 8-minute mark looking to go back on top. What happened there? That's a tough call against Darren Kapuska. He felt that he was shoved by Davis into the ball handler. Nobody liked that call. That takes us to a break. Timeout on the floor. More to come on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Gotta go. I'd like to welcome you to our basement. I'd like to read a brief statement. We, the Hubacher family, are pleased to announce today that we've acquired the following players: Buster Posey, Mike Trout, Yadier Molina, Bryce Harper, Derek Jeter, and Miguel Cabrera. We believe that this demonstrates, once again, our family's unwavering commitment to assemble the very best team in this neighborhood.
Mr. Hubacher, you've really upped the ante here. How do you expect the other families in the neighborhood to respond?
Well, the Harris family's going to be none too pleased.
Word is the Harrises are putting together quite a team of their own. Any concerns?
Under Cliff Harris's mismanagement, they already used up all their wall space with a bunch of paintings. Really, come on.
Dad.
I know.
All right, next question.
Start building your own dream team at fathead.com.
Now, as you take a look at this last play, look at Davis get out there and get the hip out on Kapuska, who then put his leg into Smith. Now, I think in most situations, if you don't make a clear pick on the player trying to come around, and Kapuska had gotten about 2/3 of his body around Davis, and that call goes the other way. Grand Valley returns with Hayes. We mentioned Deshaun Lewis in there right now, along with West, Carbajal, Rollins. That's a deep three, and Zach West does well that time against Bozeman. West, Carbajal, Rollins the follow. Carbajal banged right into him. What a bad break for Grand Valley, and now a foul's going to go against Rollins. Just a terrible bit of luck for Grand Valley. 2 guys right there. Either one of them's got an uncontested layup or dunk. And Chaz Rollins knocked off the ball, and you can't really argue much with this foul call. He bumped into Damon Bozeman. 5th foul against Grand Valley, just 2 against Saginaw Valley. And And that becomes a factor later on. You got to get some points to the free throw line, and Grand Valley has not done the things yet that has allowed them to shoot free throws. There's Turnage, going to float it and score it from about 10. Kind of flipped that one up there in a hurry. He's got 8 here. Hayes. 10 on the shot clock. Grand Valley a little discombobulated here. Hayes looking to go. Nice drop to Trevin Alexander. Cannot finish though. Although Grand Valley is able to chase it down to Deshaun Lewis. West for 3. Got a hand on him. Oh, Trevin Alexander got away with a little bit of a push there, and Randy Baruch saw it as I did. Good break for the Lakers. Here's Hayes. Carbajal's open on the baseline. Got to knock this one down, and does. 5 for Ricardo Carbajal. Grand Valley by 1. Couple of ticks more than 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Turnage now. Here's Davis. Kellen Smith. Carbajal got back out in front. That's good work by Grand Valley. Good chase back by the freshman Deshaun Lewis. Shot clock at 7. Turnage is the guy they want to have go solo against Carbajal. Carbajal concedes the triple, and it's through. Step back triple. Ouch. Those tend to hurt a little bit more than the other ones. Clock running down. C.J. Turnage just to show because he could. That's a foul. It's going to go against Bozeman. Bozeman had some lip for the official. Men in stripes tonight: David Gentile, Andrew Joseph, Scott Seville. That one called itself. Aaron Hayes struggles from the line here, have hurt Grand Valley recently. Hayes had some difficulty against Lake State before getting it righted at the end. He makes 1 out of 2. 5 points for him. Ricecamp has 10. He's getting the break right now. Lakers are hanging in there without him. Saginaw Valley very comfortable right now, though. They don't appear overly concerned. That was a walk that didn't get called. Bozeman, Smith, shot clock at 10. Smith trying to turn the corner. Nice drop inside. That's easy. Bozeman with the bucket. Smith with the assist. He's had a couple of pretty dishes here. Cardinals up by 3. Hayes trying to set the floor, and the freshman Lewis not where he wants him to be right now. Alexander looking to go on Davis. Trev fires off glass, no, and Grand Valley again not getting exactly what it was hoping for. Turnage. That's going to be a block against Grand Valley. Rick Wesley not happy what happened at the other end. Hayes took the pop that time. It's going to be a common foul. The 6th against Grand Valley, and we'll get a look at Garrett Hall, who comes back in for Benzinger. Also coming back on is Gelhaus. Grand Valley a little lax on the inbounds play. Didn't get burned by it, but they lost the rebound to Gelhaus on a 3-point try by Bozeman. Grand Valley zoning. You got to close those gaps quickly against a team that can shoot the 3. That was a walk, and that is a foul that goes against Trevin Alexander. That sends Gelhaus to the line. Personal foul. That's his first. You know, we just get the tail end of that. I thought Gelhaus took off with both wheels in motion before that ball got anywhere near the deck. Referee saw it differently. Luke Ricecamp's back on for Lewis. I think Lewis is going to be a good player. He kind of fell down and out of the rotation in the second half of the season, but he's got some ball skills and he's a good scorer. Another year, he'll be a real contributor for Grand Valley. Gelhaus 1 out of 2. All 3 of his points have come from the line. Lakers down 4. Trevin Alexander. Rice-Camp. Ball came up on Luke. Hayes thought about it for 3. Not a real good shot there, and Grand Valley's got nobody on the glass except Rice-Camp, who's only 6'2". Kellen Smith looking to go. He dished inside. That's an and-one opportunity for Damon Bozeman. Grand Valley has fallen behind 6 here as we get our media timeout. 3:49 to go. Saginaw Valley starting to assert itself here tonight. Watch the dish here by Smith to Bozeman on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
If you sign up for DirecTV's latest deal, prepare to be blindsided. Because they'll double your rate before you know it. And you'll find you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000. That's why the smart choice is Xfinity. You can see all the best action in football all season long. With no surprises. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Well, this game has rocked back and forth a little bit. Grand Valley got off to a pretty good start. It's 7-2, then Saginaw Valley took the lead. The Lakers fought back on top, and now Saginaw Valley has had a bit of a run here. Lakers have cooled off. Rick Wesley looking for some offense. He's got Kapuska in there with Rice-Camp, Alexander West, and Ricardo Carbajal. Lakers get a break there after the miss by Bozeman, who had a chance to complete a 3-point play. Carbajal inside. Threw it off the leg of the Saginaw Valley player. Randy Baruth didn't even bat an eye there. A lot of folks would think that in that case, that's a travel on Carbajal, but he never really possessed the ball. If they threw it to him, he fumbled it. And it's not a turnover unless you have it and then do that. Carbajal near the top. Davis pops on him nicely. Davis is a guy who can get out there defensively. Carbajal is able to finish inside. 7 for Ricardo Carbajal. Smith got around Kapuska, then almost fell down. Shot clock at 12. Garrett Hall, Smith, nice dish inside. Gelhaus can't get it down. That's tipped out of bounds to Saginaw Valley. Gelhaus unhappy he didn't finish there, and the Lakers kind of fortunate with people on his hip not to get called for a foul there. There's Ricardo Carbajal, Munster, Indiana. Smith looking to dish. Well, he jumped it all the way outside for that three-point try that is missed by Hall and pulled down by West. Lakers would like to climb to within 1 or 2 here. Kapuska got around. Gelhaus. These guys are doing a good job jumping out, forcing the Grand Valley guards wide on that pick and roll. Boy, Carbajal, I thought, was fouled by Kellen Smith. He didn't like it. And on the other end, it's a rebound by Trevin Alexander out to Kapuska. Here's Rice-Camp, thought about it. He's looking to go all the way. Did not bounce that ball, did Luke Rice-Camp. Carbajal was available, tried to squeeze it through, got it back and missed the shot. Davis, and now Hall. This is Gelhaus inside. Boy, I thought that was a held ball, and now they finally call a foul. Well, the referee right underneath the basket's looking at it, doesn't make the call. And then the referee, who's in front of the Grand Valley bench, 22 feet away, does make the call. Looked to me like it might have been a held ball situation right here with Alexander, and then Carball does really nothing. Wow. Five-point ball game. That's a Zach West rebound. West has had a good long run out there tonight, but he is really not factored offensively at all. Grand Valley needs to find some secondary scoring. Saginaw Valley has really clamped down on Rice Camp, who's got it right now. Shot clock at 7. Kapuska. Rice Camp steps inside the arc, lost it out of bounds, and well, can't say I agree with that call. That ball was knocked out of Rice Camp's hands, and it goes out of bounds. Likely, though, Grand Valley would not have had a chance at a shot. The clock was down to 1, and Saginaw Valley's got it back with 70 seconds to go here in the first half. Slob over the top to Turnage, who returns. He twists and scores. Turnage is 13. And he's starting to turn the screw on Grand Valley. Is Rick Wesley going to get a timeout? He is. It'll be a 30. Will Grand Valley make some personnel changes here? Doesn't look like it. Grand Valley lost the women's game earlier to Ferris. To Saginaw Valley. I'm thinking ahead to Ferris next week. The other Grand Valley arch rival here in the state of Michigan. Saginaw Valley won the women's game. And now the Cardinals, who are the first place squad and cruising toward the #1 seed, which they could have in the tournament by day's end. If they win tonight and Ashland doesn't, then Saginaw Valley will be the first seed overall in the postseason tournament. That means if they win their first round game at home, they will host the semifinals and the finals. It's a well-oiled machine. A lot of interchangeable parts. They play hard with conviction. They share the ball nicely. Good defensive team as well. Kapuska, Alexander. Grand Valley will likely get 2 for 1 here. Rice Camp trying to bull his way inside, does, and gets the shot. Luke with 12 of his team's 28. Lakers only down 5. 5 seconds difference between the shot and game clocks here. I think Saginaw will run it down, probably try to, what we have here, illegal screen. This one's going to go against Garrett Hall. So now Grand Valley gets a chance, not just for 2 for 1, but a 2 for none after the turnover. It's Kapuska with Rice Camp. Rice Camp's going to get it at the timeline to go against Bozeman. This is a fair fight. 2 6'2" guys. Bozeman's got more beef. Rice Camp better wheels. Shot clock at 10, or I should say game clock. Alexander inside, and Trevin Alexander scores over Turnage. Saginaw's trying to go in a hurry. It's Smith who's going to pull up for 3. Can't find it, and the half will end. So, nice work by Grand Valley. Late buckets by Alexander and Rice Camp get the Lakers to within 3. It's 33-30 at the intermission. We'll come back with more on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
You learn something every single day at Grand Valley State University about who you are and who you can become, about where you've been and where you're going, about your goals and how to accomplish them. At the end of the day, you know what you want from life. Find it within yourself. Find it within Grand Valley State University.
We are back at halftime where it's 33-30, and right now a little presentation. Many Grand Valley varsity athletes on the floor, along with Gabriella Shipley of the Grand Valley women's golf team, honoring Tim Selgo, the outgoing athletic director, who is retiring at the end of this school year after 2 decades on the job. Of course, it's been a time of unprecedented success in Laker athletics during the regime of Tim Selgo. 10 Directors' Cups trophies, symbolic of the nation's best Division II athletic program, and the students have gotten together along with the Advisory Council of Athletics to honor Tim Selgo in this way. And I'm not quite sure what they have in mind for him, but I know they've got a couple of gifts that they're going to give the boss. And there you see it right there. Look at that. Oh, that DQ, I know what that is. That's ice cream and some shoes, and that's a world-class gift basket right there. Take 3 guys to get it out into the arena, and a lot of stuff for the boss. So Tim Selgo being honored here by the people for whom he works the hardest, the athletes at Grand Valley State University. And we're going to talk with Tim a little bit later in our halftime here tonight, retiring after 20 years on the job. Tim Selgo, himself a fine college athlete during his basketball days in the Mid-American Conference, playing for the University of Toledo. In the first half, Grand Valley trailing Saginaw Valley 33-30. Grand Valley got 12 from Luke Ricecamp, 7 from Carbajal. CJ Turnage of Saginaw Valley leads all scorers with 13. Damon Bozeman had 6 and 5 for Kellen Smith. But Grand Valley wants to stay active. They fought Saginaw Valley to a standstill on the glass. Grand Valley shot 50% from the floor, or I should say 42% from the floor, 50% shooting for Saginaw Valley. But right now it's the Cardinals on top. It's 33-30. When we come back in just a couple of moments, we'll chat with Tim Selgo, the athletic director here at Grand Valley State University.
I came to Grand Valley because the moment I stepped foot on this campus, I fell in love, and all the people around, they just seemed so friendly. So I was like, this is where I need to be.
When I first came to campus, it was very welcoming, a very clean campus.
I came to Grand Valley because they have a great biology department. It really made me determine that Grand Valley was the place for me.
I came to Grand Valley because of the amazing opportunities that West Michigan had to offer Grand Rapids itself. Because of the small class size, it was the one-on-one, peer-to-peer opportunities I had with my fellow students.
The moment I came in, it was an exciting place to be a part of. It's been going uphill from before I got here. It's continuing the upward trend. I really feel really blessed to be here.
I dream of working in technology and really being a big part in connecting people and empowering a lot of friendships.
I dream of being a marine biologist and focusing in marine mammals, mainly orca whales, also known as killer whales.
Action. My goals for the future include directing major motion pictures and working with some of the most creative minds on the planet in order to create movies that are unique and awe-inspiring.
I really want to become a physical therapist for our military because my Uncle Francis was killed on September 11th and they put their lives on hold and on the line to defend our country. And the thing that I can do to help them the most is to become a physical therapist and improve their quality of life to allow them to come back to their families.
I'm interested in continuing my education to work on autonomous robotics that operate in space, where we can harvest resources that we can use both in space and back here on Earth.
I really would like to find myself in some kind of position that involves working with public policy that has to do with education, and I would like that to have an international bent, to understand how to better form an educational experience for children in the U.S., and that's something I've just grown really passionate about.
One of my favorite memories from Grand Valley is when I went on a study abroad trip to Ecuador. There I got to explore the Amazon cloud rainforests, and I got to try many new things, including eating a grub. Hakuna Matata.
The first time I saw the campus, it was literally a cornfield with a road down the middle. When you think about the campus today, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like magic has taken place.
My favorite memories at Grand Valley are working with different people and having a chance to work with people like T. Haas, you know, and to have him actually know my name was, you know, I think a pretty cool thing.
My favorite memory at Grand Valley has to have been making Happy Grand Rapids. I had the ability to interact with a couple of students here and film a bit of the parts on campus, and that was a really fun experience.
At Grand Valley, I've had the opportunity to improve my clinical skills and to improve my competencies in nursing, leadership, advocacy, and scholarship.
I have had the opportunity to meet an amazingly diverse collection of students and faculty.
I saw this massive investment downtown and these labs that were world class.
Yeah, this is a nice structure.
And I thought, what a great opportunity for my students and for me. And to be honest, I wanted to be a part of that.
Grand Valley gave me the opportunity to be able to network and also help attain different internships. It really helped me be able to finish up my degree and be able to move on to a successful career.
Grand Valley has given me that community to build and empower myself and empower others and be able to accomplish anything in the world.
I feel just privileged to be able to call myself a Laker for a lifetime.
When you put your name on something, it means something. For over 140 years, Coors Banquet's been brewed in one place with pure Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. And someone with the name Coors still tastes our beer every week, making sure it tastes as good today as it did in 1873. That's something we're proud to put our name on. Coors, the banquet beer.
My fathead came! My fathead came! Oh my gosh!
That looks really good. That look good?
This is my fat head.
I'm so excited for her. The goosebumps.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
Do you like it?
I love it.
Students are enrolling in record numbers at Grand Valley. This fall, the campus welcomed a record number of first-year students, bringing the total number enrolled to more than 25,000, hitting a major milestone for the university. The percentage of minority students is also a record high, as is the number of international and out-of-state students.
I chose Grand Valley because it offers a great education for an affordable price.
There are also enrollment increases in engineering, health professions, nursing, and business. These increases show how the university's programs align with what students want and employers need. Grand Valley has a track record students and parents count on. It has the third best graduation rate of all public universities in the state, and nearly 85% of recent graduates are staying in Michigan to begin their careers or graduate work. For Around Grand Valley, I'm Mary Eileen Lyon.
Well, we saw that gift basket that the athletic department, all the participants, all the student athletes at Grand Valley gave Tim Selgo, the outgoing athletic director, at halftime. And I'll make it easy for you. If you want to keep the ice cream stuff, I'll take the golf balls. How's that?
Sounds good. Very nice gesture on behalf of our Student Athlete Advisory Council. Every school in the country has a Student Athlete Advisory Council. We've got a great one. Gabby Shipley is our senior women's golfer. She's the president this year, and she and the SAC, as we call them, helped organize all that. And that was a very nice gesture. You know, it means a lot when all the student athletes are here and they all came on at halftime. And one of the things we always do is when our teams go on a conference championship, go on to postseason play, we give them a fruit basket. That's our way of saying from the administration, good luck, we're behind you. And so they returned the favor for me tonight here in my final few months at Grand Valley.
Well, I know you're mostly thinking about traveling and resting and taking some naps and things like that, but we have you here for a few minutes. Let's talk about the future of this conference. The biggest news this year was the fact that 6 different schools were going to move away from the GLIAC, join another conference that was more closely aligned to their ideas on school size and travel and things like that. How does the GLIAC return itself to the position that it's been in the last few years by potentially finding new members?
Well, the GLIAC is going to be as strong as it has been. We've been the dominant conference in the nation in all the all sports trophies there are out there. The GLIAC's been at the top, and I don't think this is going to change that at all because the teams that were the ones that were strong are going to remain in the GLIAC. We have our presidents voted to accept Purdue, Calumet, and Davenport University into our conference if they're accepted in the NCAA Division II membership process. We'll know that in July, which would get us to 12 schools in our conference, and I think that would make a really good number and a really good conference. It's nice to expand a little bit to the west. Purdue, Calumet, they're a school of 15,000 students that are going to really become, I think, an outstanding Division II program in the years ahead. So I think the GLIAC's going to be fine. Through my 20 years in the GLIAC, the number of teams and schools in it has changed almost every 3 or 4 years. So this is not anything new. We'll weather the storm. It's not even a storm. We'll handle the challenge and the change, and I'm sure it'll be strong as ever.
Now, you've looked at the landscape here at Grand Valley. There's been a lot done for the teams and particularly for facilities. A lot of things like the new track and field area, and a lot of people have had upgrades. The football stadium. What would you say might happen next year at Grand Valley? I know it's not going to be something that you're going to have to lose sleep over, but some of these things get put into practice well in advance of their unveiling. So what might we see at Grand Valley in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I think we just had a meeting, in fact, a week ago. We've had a group that's worked together to provide an athletics and recreation movement science facilities master plan because all of our facilities are used by, and not only just intercollegiate athletics, but our movement science classes as well as campus recreation, which means our club sports and intramural sports teams. So I think somewhere down the road, I think Grand Valley, this building here is over 35 years old now, as is the pool, and those are two major items that need renovation, as well as we still got some upgrades to go at the stadium. We've got a lot of things there to do yet that we've wanted to do.
Tim, nice talking to you. Maybe we'll see you next week here for the Ferris game.
I'll be here.
Quick break now, and then the second half coming up on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Dudes, been a couple of A+ roommates, and I hate to do this because you guys have been cool with everything. You're cool with my band. You're cool with that English accent phase, remember that?
We're literally out to milk.
And that theater troupe.
Hey, could you give me a second, please?
But State Farm's helped me be really smart with my money, and I got my own pet now. Oh, no big deal, Mom, Dad. My new place doesn't allow pets. Dylan's gonna have to stay here.
One love, Pops.
Start out right in life. With everything from renter's insurance to your first bank account, State Farm is there.
Well, this Grand Valley student had a chance for a $100,000 shot from PNC Bank. Didn't quite get it there. Still a fun event here tonight at Grand Valley, and crazier things than that have happened. If that ball had gone in, that would have been, we could have called off the game and just had a luau or something for the second half. Grand Valley with it to start the second half here tonight. Hayes is back on with Rice Camp West, Carbajal, and Rollins. Here's Rice Camp, Grand Valley's top scorer in the first half, against a very good Saginaw Valley team. Nice dump off to Carbajal. Can he finish? Not quite. Saginaw Valley, a very steady, solid team. A lot of seniors on this squad. Guys who played for Randy Baruth for a while. They run a very nice pattern offense. They're very composed on the ball. This guy is maybe their best athlete. Turnage bumping on Rollins, trying to jump it over a taller player. Couldn't get it there, and that's Zach West with another rebound. Hayes now. Carbajal. Lakers only trailing by 3. Zach West making a move to the basket, and he finally is able to make it pay off as he draws a shooting foul from Mitchell Benzinger, the senior from Clarkston. Here's Zach West. West had 2 long attempts that didn't go in the first half. That's his first point of the night. Minute played here in the second half. Saginaw Valley by 2. Looking perhaps to wrap up the regular season title. That was an ugly looking shot there by Smith. I don't think he really wanted to shoot it. And Aaron Hayes gets there ahead of Turnage. Looking to go through the foul against Kellen Smith, and he'll shoot 2 now. I don't think there's anybody else on the Grand Valley team that could have gotten to that ball on the sideline as he chased that one down, and he's looking at Smith, and Smith is never going to get there and stop it. And Aaron Hayes with a chance for a couple of free throws. And again, the old bugaboo, you got to make these untimed points at the free throw line. Aaron Hayes in the contest, now just 1 for 3 from the stripe. Splits the pair though, he's got a half dozen, and the Lakers creeping back into this one. They've had consecutive trips where they've scored a point to get within 1. That's a little floater from Smith in the lane, tipped up and controlled by Carbajal. Zach West. Carbajal thought about jumping it, instead tried to get to the basket. And another foul called against Saginaw Valley. That's the 3rd in under 2 minutes of action. Might pay a dividend for Grand Valley a little bit later on in this contest. Foul went against Caleb Davis. Carbajal can shoot Grand Valley into the lead. He shoots him into a tie first with his 8th point of the night. Valley can't quite get over the hill. They got to the top of the mountain and tied it, but here's Bozeman. I have no idea how that went in. Bozeman with 8. Cardinals by 2. Hayes, Rollins, Carbajal looking to go on Davis. He's going to go all the way and jump it up and just left it short. Grand Valley got exactly what it wanted. Couldn't get it there. Trevin Alexander will step in here shortly. Kellen Smith on the ball. Benzinger. West let him go. Grand Valley's got a rebound. Lakers could take the lead here again with a 3. Hayes will settle for a 2. That ball is tipped away at the last moment by Turnage. Smith looking to run. He's got nobody with him. Forced it to Bozeman. Grand Valley's got people there to rebound it. And here comes Luke Reiskamp. Carbajal got away with a walk there maybe. Gonna jam it right down the throat of Turnage. 10 now for Carbajal. Here's Kellen Smith. Oh, that ball was touched by Carbajal, saved by West. Ricky looking to go, and he's got another one. I don't know why Rick didn't take off and try to dunk that one. It looked like he was waiting for a permission or something. But he finally got it done, and Grand Valley's on top by a deuce. West got there again. That's an aggressive play by West. Bumped Smith, almost picked his pocket again. Geldhaus is coming in. Geldhaus joined by Garrett Hall. Carbajal's going to get a break. Kapuska's on as well. Trevin Alexander just stepped in. It'll be Hayes going out. Kellen Smith walked off. He's banged up a little bit, kind of stepping lightly. I don't think it's going to keep him from coming back into the game. Here's Turnage. And now Sterling Johnson on the left-handed dribble between the circles. Grand Valley coming out and guarding a little bit more aggressively here. Bozeman trying to get rid of Reiskamp. Turnage spun. Oh, nice work done there by Grand Valley's Chaz Rollins. And the Lakers, with nobody else around, could not corral the rebound before it went out of bounds. Grand Valley leading by 2 here after trailing by 3 at the intermission. Great movement here. Grand Valley recovers. Geldhaus. This is Bozeman. Nice. Great finish. 10 for Bozeman. Carbajal's going to come back in. Kapuska. Reiskamp. Alexander. Darren looking to go again. Nice drop off. Chaz Rollins. I think that's the first bucket Chaz has scored here tonight, at least on my sheet. No points in 8 minutes of the first half for Chaz. That's a triple try that's down. Nicely done by Garrett Hall. Garrett Hall with 5 points, matching his number. 1-point ball game now. Saginaw on top. Kapuska got shoved. Nobody thought that was a foul. No, at least 3 guys didn't think it was a foul. And this is a triple try that's going to be short. Kapuska's got it after the miss by Johnson. Kapuska got bumped. Kapuska bought that foul, and that brings us to immediate timeout. 14:54 left to go. Saginaw Valley on top by 1 tonight here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Well, Grand Valley hanging around here against Saginaw Valley. It's been a closely contested men's ball game. Grand Valley lost the opener. Saginaw Valley women defeated the Lakers 75-71 in a game that went right down to the end. The Lakers actually led by as many as 7 in the last 5 minutes, but couldn't nail it down, and Saginaw Valley finished with a flourish. Grand Valley returns to the court now with Kapuska, Rice-Camp, Carbajal, Zach West, Trevin Alexander. Sterling Johnson's out there guarding on the ball. Garrett Hall. Devin Dixon is back in, 32. He's the man with Rice-Camp, or was with Rice-Camp. Grand Valley gets a break here. This ball comes back to Kapuska. Nice dish inside. Trevin Alexander off the assist by Darren Kapuska. Yellhouse. Hall. Johnson. Not the most offensive group in there right now for the visitors. Grand Valley cannot get a break on that rebound. Carbajal thought he got pushed in the small of the back by the guy who came up with the ball, Bozeman. Hayes will come in here now, and Zach West goes out. Common foul. It's only the second of the half against the Lakers. Let's watch here. Carbajal is in position to get this basketball. Well, I can't say that that's a foul, but the basket will go here off the inbounds play to Dixon. Devin Dixon gets his first bucket of the contest, and just like that, the visitors go back on top. Dixon put a pretty good stroke on that. Vincent Adams on now. Bozeman goes out. Lakers trailing by 2 with Kapuska over the timeline. Garrett Hall's chasing him. Chaz Rollins trying to set up a little 2-man game. Kapuska lost it and then committed a foul, and it's a good foul really by Kapuska. I think it was intentional, but he masked it. He lost the ball and just reached in because he saw the jailbreak was on for Saginaw Valley. See it again. Kapuska here just lost the handle, and he glommed on to Sterling Johnson. Not much else he could do there. Gelhaus for 3. Wade Gelhaus with 7. The lead is 5. Hayes splits the double, drives in, throws up a crazy shot that nearly went. And now the break is out again. Let's see if Kapuska can get there in time. What a block by Rice-Camp. Here comes Kapuska ahead of the pack. Rice-Camp's going to spot for 3. Oh, that would have been a great exchange for Luke. Gets the second attempt, knocks it down and draws the foul. Well, it all turned out in the end for Luke Rice-Camp. Spectacular block at one end, and a chance to knock down the 3 came back into his hands, and now he can finish a 3-point play. Boy, Luke has really had a fine second half of the season here, looking now for his 15th point, and he's going to get it. Zach West is going to check in, and who's coming out? Carbajal. West is back on. Lakers down 2 here. Well, Kapuska did well to chase after that one. They tried to get Dixon in the low block, and it looked like it was going to work, but Kapuska recognized it, chased down, and knocked it out of bounds. Nowhere to go, finally. Vincent Adams. Here's Johnson. And now Hall. Shot clock inside of 10. Hall, Gelhaus trying for his second three, not even close. Kapuska on the move for Grand Valley. Lakers can take the lead here with a three. See if they can find a 23 at the offensive end. He's been getting it done. Here goes Aaron Hayes. Hayes draws the two-shot foul. Saginaw Valley pushes out deep defensively, and the only way to get a team to get out of that is to drive the ball to the goal, and that's what Aaron Hayes does here. Three times Aaron Hayes has gone to the line, and each time he has missed his first free throw attempt. Now, and for the third straight time, Aaron Hayes splits a pair. Deshaun Lewis is in for Rice Camp now. This is a guy who just needs some minutes. He may not get them this year, but he will in the future. Deshaun Lewis, good-looking player from the Detroit area. Lakers down by one. Here's Turnage. They've gone away from him lately. Not a good idea. Offensive foul called against Vincent Adams. Randy Baruth doesn't say a thing. It was right in front of him. He looked right at it. Just grimaced. And now Grand Valley can take the lead again. Here's Rollins on the ball. West, Lewis, Hayes. Tried to make a move on Bozeman, couldn't quite get there. This is not the most offensive crew Grand Valley could field. Might be up to Hayes. He's looking to go. Draws a foul again. Now guys doing a little bit of bumping. Bozeman did, and then Chaz Rollins did. And I think the official's going to step in and tell a couple of different guys. Now Bozeman made the first play here. That's a foul. There's not much doubt about that. There's the body, and there's the foul. It was really against Turnage. A little bit of jaw in there. Both guys bump a little bit, and Chaz Rollins comes in to clean up. Aaron Hayes finally hits the bottom of the net on his first free throw try in this situation. Can he make it two in a row for the first time tonight? If so, the Lakers can move back on top. That looks a little better. 47 for the Lakers, 46 for the Cardinals. 12 minutes to go in this one tonight in Allendale, Michigan on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network. Tom Cleary with you tonight from West Michigan. Good game between two good teams and longtime rivals. That's a great catch in traffic by Turnage. Looking to bounce on Rollins. Great attempt and a great rebound by Chaz. Hayes is going to be off the ball now. Kapuska will run the show. Lewis, now Hayes. Carbajal up. West, uncontested triple, left it short. Gelhaus starts out Kellen Smith. Bozeman, what do we have here? Aaron Hayes cannot believe that call. There was the slightest amount of contact, but rather surprising to see that foul call. That takes us to immediate timeout. 11:22 left in this game. It's Grand Valley by one tonight here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Many of our customers are repeat customers. Once they travel with Cardinal, they come back time and time again.
Our drivers are the best in the industry. We have so many positive comments about our drivers.
Cardinal Bus, 85 years of safe, reliable, worry-free transportation. Call us at 800-348-7487.
At Metro Health, we don't see patients, we see people. And when it comes to their health care, there's one thing we're all working toward: helping them feel better. Better summers, better dances, better retirements, and better roads ahead. This is what we want for every person we see every day. Better. Metro Health. Better all around.
C.J. Turnage with 13, Damon Bozeman with 10 for Saginaw Valley, with Bozeman getting set to go to the line for 2 for Grand Valley. 15 for Luke Reiskamp, 12 for Ricardo Carbajal, and 9 for Aaron Hayes. Grand Valley giving the North Division leader all it can handle right now. Grand Valley actually led in the first game at Saginaw by 15 before falling in that one. And Bozeman flipped up a sort of half-hearted free throw attempt there that didn't go. Well, the rebounding has been just about dead even all night, and at this point it's 26 rebounds for Saginaw Valley, 27 for Grand Valley. 1 out of 2 for Bozeman. He's got 11. Mike Wells comes into the contest. I don't think we've seen him yet tonight. He's out there right now, full court pressure. Carbajal's going to race it across the timeline. Is Ricky going to go? He's gonna. Well, he's got to go stronger than that though against Turnage. Now Saginaw Valley can break the tie here. Wells out there with Turnage. He's guarded by Rollins. This guy can go one-on-one. Grand Valley's got to get some bodies on him. Boy, Lewis played him really well and then fought hard to get the rebound. Nice job by the freshman. Randy Baruth is having a conversation with one of the officials all the way up to the mid-court line. Nice work there on that last possession by Deshaun Lewis against a veteran guy, the junior C.J. Turnage. There's Lewis again. He's got Rollins. This is what Grand Valley wants right here. Rollins drop steps and scores. Great footwork there by Chaz. He's got 4 now on the night. Still some conversation from Baruth to the official. This is a triple try that's way wide right. For the first time tonight, Saginaw Valley's got nobody near the glass. And as we move toward the halfway point of the second half, Grand Valley can build on a 2-point lead. Nice inside to Hayes. Hayes against pressure, scores over Turnage. 11 for Hayes. Kellen Smith now trying to get his team going back in the right direction. Caleb Davis, a little pump fake there. That's a contested 3 that goes for Bose. Damon Bozeman. And that's the way to answer right there. He eradicates all but 1 point of Grand Valley's margin. With that 3 ball. Reiskamp's going to come back in. Here goes Deshaun Lewis on the baseline. He is bumped by Wells. That is the 9th foul, I believe, of the half against Saginaw Valley. So, for all intents and purposes, Grand Valley's in the double bonus here the rest of the way. And Randy Baruth now talking to, it was Scott Seville, I think, that went over there and chatted him up a little bit. Big opportunity here for the young guy. Nice work there by Deshaun Lewis. Every point counts. You never know when you're going to let one slip through your fingers that might have made a difference down the stretch. Strong move to the basket. Good defensive set against Turnage. And then 2 free throws for Deshaun Lewis here in the second half. Lakers up 3. As we work down toward the 9-minute mark. This is Wells. Gelhaus. Turnage giving it up. Bozeman got away. Reiskamp bothered him from the side, but Now it's just a game of street ball for Damon Bozeman. He's getting comfortable. 16 for him. 1-point ball game once again. There's Carbajal. Sean Lewis trying to post up against Wells. Alexander, back cut to Rice-Camp. Rice-Camp never had the ball until he let it go at the end and just kind of guided that one in by the fingertips. 17 for Luke. Lakers by 3. Wells, Kellen Smith, uncontested 3. Not this time. Great play by Trevin Alexander to fight off Gelhaus. Minutes starting to melt off the clock now. We're ticking down toward 8 left in this game. Grand Valley up by 3 against Saginaw Valley. Oh, that's a terrible pass by Carbajal. He might just want to foul Turnage. He couldn't find him. Turnage drives and scores. 15. I think Ricky went to throw that pass, saw his teammate turn his head, and then just couldn't get it back. Definitely call that kind of an unforced error there by Grand Valley. Here's Rice-Camp. Carbajal. Rice-Camp looking to go on Smith. Rice-Camp, beautiful. I'll tell you what, Luke Rice-Camp has impressed some rival coaches here in the second half of this season with his ability to go down and score tough points. He can hit from beyond the arc, but he does a lot of stuff going to the hole. Alexander's got to jump out on Bozeman there. Lakers do it right. Hayes got bumped, but he pulls down the rebound. Aaron Hayes looking to go all the way, drew the foul against Bozeman. And that's going to get it to a timeout. When we come back, more free throws for Grand Valley. The Lakers up 3 tonight on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Students are enrolling in record numbers at Grand Valley. This fall, the campus welcomed a record number of first-year students, bringing the total number enrolled to more than 25,000, hitting a major milestone for the university. The percentage of minority students is also a record high, as is the number of international and out-of-state students.
I chose Grand Valley because it offers a great education for an affordable price.
There are also enrollment increases in engineering, health professions, nursing, and business. These increases show how the university's programs align with what students want and employers need. Grand Valley has a track record students and parents count on. It has the 3rd best graduation rate of all public universities in the state, and nearly 85% of recent graduates are staying in Michigan to begin their careers or graduate work. For Around Grand Valley, I'm Mary Eileen Lyon.
Well, Grand Valley clawing their way back on top in this contest against Saginaw Valley. Lakers have outscored the Cardinals by 6 here in the second half after trailing at the intermission 33-30. Earlier tonight, Saginaw Valley won the women's game 75-71. But Grand Valley could really help its postseason aspirations on the men's side if they can find a way to get past the division leader here tonight. This guy's played very hard. Aaron Hayes, the senior from Detroit. Taylor Kennedy. And Hayes now starting to find the range a little bit from the stripe. 3 in a row for Aaron after missing 3 of his first 6 this evening. Good release on that one too. 13 now for the Laker number 1. Aaron Hayes. Grand Valley by 5. A little over 7 to go here tonight in Allendale, Michigan on the Grand Valley Sports Network. Rollins working hard against Turnage. Down deep. That's an important matchup. That was an absolute walk by Bozeman, who ran past everybody and drew the foul. I don't know how he did not get called for a travel there. He completely leaped through a double team on the sideline and went about 10 or 12 feet before the ball ever went down. That's not much of a foul there for this league. Bozeman, though, is a scorer. He knows how to get to the iron, and He's able to finish more often than not. Kind of a poor man's Charles Barkley here. Kind of a wide body guy, only 6'2". Good around the basket, but he's good outside too. 18 now to lead the scoring for his side. Ricecamp has 19 for Grand Valley. Inside of 7 now. Here is Deshaun Lewis. Looked at Ricecamp. Chose Alexander instead. Alexander looking for Rollins. If he lobs it in there, he's got him. Ricecamp for 3, not this time. Oh, great play by Trevin Alexander. Deshaun Lewis got the candy, but it was Trevin Alexander who got away from Turnage and tipped that ball for an uncontested lay-in. 4 for Deshaun. Saginaw Valley's been a little bit out of kilter here offensively in the second half. That was a run by Gelhaus. Here's Bozeman going on Ricecamp. Doesn't want to give it up, this guy. Forces it in, no. Rebounded by Gelhaus. Bozeman was tired out. He needs a break. Fresh 30 on the clock, inside of 6 minutes to go. Turnage, nice delivery. Good layup there by Garrett Hall. Now is 7. Here comes Hayes looking to go in a hurry. Ricecamp surveys the situation. Let's see if Grand Valley can get it into Rollins here. Boy, he's available against the shorter Turnage. They want to make him defend. Aaron Hayes looking to go. Floats it off glass. Don't think that's what he had in mind, judging by the reaction, but if you're right in front of the basket and you keep it on line, you got a lot of different chances to get it down. Kapuska will return for Grand Valley. Benzinger for Saginaw Valley as we tick down toward 5 minutes to go. It's a 5-point lead with number 5 on the ball, Garrett Hall. Here's Bozeman against Ricecamp. Shot clock at 7. Grand Valley's got to help out. Oh, Bozeman stepped through the double. Boy, oh boy. Bozeman is so tough going to the basket, and I just don't know what Alexander could do any differently. Rick Wesley thought he traveled. He head and shoulder faked, and he moved about a foot. Let's see if we can see it here. Bozeman goes right here. That's a skip, a stop. Well, maybe not, but it was awfully close. Bozeman shooting 2 here with his team down 5 with exactly 5 to go. Carbajal and Kapuska in for Alexander and Deshaun Lewis with his best showing in several weeks here for Grand Valley. Jeff Bauer on the bench here, the Laker assistant coach, working that gum pretty hard. Grand Valley needs a strong block out here. Bozeman, though, is not going to mess around. He's got 20. Bozeman's got to get a breather here. He's been going so hard. I'm guessing it's going to be like in the 30 to 45 second range for him. And Baruth will get him right back into the fray. Grand Valley's had a good thing going offensively. Some nice penetration by Hayes. Here goes Rollins. Rollins before the shot, says the official. Bad break there for Grand Valley because Gelhaus hit the deck, but he blocked Chaz Rollins, who will now shoot a pair. This is what Grand Valley gets as a payoff for drawing all those fouls earlier in the contest, in the second half. They got to the bonus in a hurry, the double bonus. And if they can convert some free throws, they can make it tough here. Chaz can't get it down the first time. His first free throw attempt of the night. Former junior college player from Cleveland. Chaz Rollins with 5 now in the contest. Kellen Smith's on right now in the backcourt with Gelhaus. Turnage, who's been quiet lately, Garrett Hall and Benzinger. With great ball movement. 5 changes, 6 changes of possession without a dribble. Smith fired up a circus shot, got it back, got stripped, and that's a foul on Kapuska, I think. Just a mark of a great team that keeps that ball alive on the offensive glass. Grand Valley defended well, could not get the ball back. It's 1-1 now for Kellen Smith, who looks for all the world like a guy who's been known to make some free throws in his day. Senior from Kentucky, from Covington, Kentucky. It's Kellen Smith. And he hit 1 out of 2 only. A little bit of a break for Grand Valley there. Lead stays at 3. Rick Wesley calls out a play. Hayes and Kapuska with Carbajal, Rollins, Ricecamp. Good offensive lineup right now for Grand Valley. They've got some options here. Shot clock at 15. Here's Luke looking to go. Jump stop, sends it up and scores it. 21 for Ricecamp. Smith couldn't finish, drew the foul from Hayes. Four fouls now on Aaron Hayes. Does Grand Valley get him out for a breath? I think they're gonna. West will come in after this first free throw by Kellen Smith, who missed one last time. Seven for Smith. Hayes does go out. So it's on Kapuska now. He's going to have to do most of the ball handling. Pretty safe choice for Grand Valley to have a guy like Kapuska in reserve if anything happens to Hayes. But Hayes is going to have to get back in there eventually for Grand Valley. 4-point ball game. Eight now for Smith. So Ricecamp, Kapuska, Carbajal, Rollins, Zach West, the freshman. And I think you got to go back to 23 here for Grand Valley. A lot of time on the shot clock. Kapuska finds Rollins. Rollins trying to finish and one. Big bucket for Chaz Rollins. What a beautiful little drop down deep by Kapuska, who reached around, hooked it in there. And from a tough angle and under duress, Chaz Rollins gets it down. Let's see it again. There's the delivery. Gelhaus bumped him a little bit. And as we go to timeout, it's Grand Valley 68, Saginaw Valley 63.
What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
I'm almost done.
Now you can pay your bill, manage your appointments, and check your connection status. Anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so you're protesting? Okay.
Introducing Xfinity My Account, available on any device.
Well, Grand Valley looked early in this half like they might lose contact with the Saginaw Valley team that had it on cruise control, but the Lakers have found another gear here, and they have fought tooth and nail, and they've gotten inside to get some points at the free throw line tonight. That has really helped the cause enormously, and now Chaz Rollins has a chance to complete a 3-point play. And he's able to do it. 8 now for Chaz, and with 3:47 to go, Grand Valley putting itself in a position here to pull off the surprise against the division and league leaders. Bozeman trying to go on Ricecamp. Bozeman couldn't finish. Who got him? I think it was Ricecamp. I think Bozeman is a guy you got to knock the ball out of his hands. It's not easy, but you got to double him. He's so strong that he'll just get down on the block and throw himself into you and get to the free throw line. 21 now for Bozeman. Ricecamp, the guy he is locked up with in a scoring duel, also has 21. I thought Bozeman would be out there about 45 seconds. I don't even think he stayed on the bench that long. He cannot. Grand Valley pulls down the rebound off the miss. That ball was tantalizing. Lakers by 5, ticking down toward 3. Aaron Hayes is getting set to come back in. Kapuska. Zach West for triple. Chased down in the corner. That's going to be Grand Valley basketball, I believe. It is. And that helps out because with 3:15 remaining, Grand Valley gets a fresh 30, and they also get Aaron Hayes into the game. I think it's Zach West who's going to go. No, it's going to be Rice-Camp, who seems to be maybe cramping a little bit or something. He kind of walking stiff-legged to the sideline. I think he's got a cramp of some kind. West to Hayes. Hayes got bumped there. Hayes lost it. Oh, he got mauled. They didn't call it. Let's see if Kapuska can break this one up. He can't. Turnage. 69-66 as we go down inside of 3 minutes left in this one. Well, Grand Valley is almost there, but they're going to need a couple of more scores for sure. Who's going to be the person to step up? I think Aaron Hayes with this group is going to have to make it happen, get to the basket somehow. Here's Rollins looking to go on Gelhaus, spins and scores. 10 for Chaz, 2.5 remaining. Kellen Smith. Rice-Camp wants to come back in. Garrett Hall cut off by West. Grand Valley wants to defend. Saginaw Valley's taking its good old time here. Hall got it back, looking to go on Carbajal. Right hands it up and in. Quick timeout by Randy Baruth. Garrett Hall stepped up there. Big shot by the substitute. He's got 9. Grand Valley will get Rice-Camp back in. It's a 3-point ball game with 2:21 left to go here in the contest. I think Grand Valley's done the right thing here tonight. They've kind of kept their fingers out of the Lions' cage. This game has just kind of gone along and didn't have a lot of stoppages for a long while. And then suddenly Saginaw Valley looked up and said, hey, we're down 5 and there's under 3 left to go in this game. We best get moving. Grand Valley goes to Hillsdale on Saturday for what will be a very tough game. And then back here next week for the season finale. Next Thursday night against Ferris State. And then all the teams in the league will have a bit of a rest before starting postseason play, which I think will be a week from Tuesday or Wednesday for the first round campus site games. 8 teams will advance, 4 teams will host a first round game, and then the top surviving seed in the GLIAC will host the semifinals and finals. And right now that looks like it's going to be Saginaw Valley, but they're not going to be able to coast in. They're going to have to win some ball games, and this is one that might get away from them tonight if the Lakers can keep it up. Saginaw Valley showed some pressure, but Grand Valley's got that covered, and Hayes is going to be able to take it inbounds and walk it up the court with 2:20 remaining. He's picked up by Kellen Smith. Grand Valley, the matchup they like is Rollins against Gelhaus. If they can find Chaz again in the paint or somewhere near the basket, they're going that way right now. Rice-Camp, Carbajal. Clock running down now. Grand Valley's got to get busy. And Rice-Camp had it taken away by Bozeman. Bozeman uncontested will score. Aaron Hayes was back there. He couldn't foul him. 1-point game now. Boy, this is following the script of so many tough Grand Valley losses this year. Just not able to get over the hump at the end. Hayes one-hands it up and in. 17 for Aaron Hayes. Down to 95 seconds left in the game. 3-point contest. No panic for Saginaw. Gelhaus. Well, they're got to be looking for Bozeman. Kellen Smith inside turnage scores. Down to 78 seconds left in the game here. Timeout for Grand Valley with 1:14 to go. Grand Valley's got to find a way somehow to keep the offensive going, and they've got to get a little tougher at the defensive end. It's been too easy the last 3 or 4 possessions here for Saginaw Valley. Now, some of that is Grand Valley didn't want to give up a foul, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lakers here get a timeout if they do score. If they score, they'll probably substitute Hayes, get a defender on, somebody that can bother Bozeman. So the Lakers return to the court. Carbajal, Hayes, West, Chaz Rollins, Rice-Camp. Carbajal looks like he'll be the trigger man beneath the Grand Valley basket with 25 in the shot clock. Let's see where the Lakers are going with this one. They're going to find Rice-Camp. Rice-Camp got free. Rice-Camp inside. Carbajal reverses and scores. 14 for Carbajal. 1 minute to go and Grand Valley leading by 3. The Lakers are praying for a stop right here. Here's Kellen Smith. Grand Valley wants to guard the perimeter. Oh, they almost throw it away, but Turnage came up with the basketball there. Gelhaus. That's a 3. West got a piece of it, knocked it out of bounds. Zach West, 10 on the shot clock, 45 left in the game. Luke Rice-Camp is a key guy right now. He's guarding Bozeman. Turnage is locked up with Chaz Rollins. Chaz has got to give him some space. What are they going to call here? It's going to be a foul against Chaz Rollins in a 2 free throw situation here for Turnage. I think Chaz made the mistake of chasing him a little too far from the goal, and he has now picked up his 4th. Boy, that arm is out there a little bit from Turnage, but Chaz is just reaching instead of giving ground. Is huge for the Lakers right there. Grand Valley's got to get a big block out in this situation here. You're going to see Bozeman firing toward the basket, also Gelhaus. Grand Valley's going to try to get Kapuska in the game if they can. Second one goes. 20 for Turnage. 42 to go. Zach West goes out. The sure-handed Kapuska comes on right now to break the press. Great substitution by Rick Wesley. Grand Valley's got to get it in. They do. Kapuska's got it right now in the backcourt. Grand Valley going to walk it across the timeline. Great protection by Kapuska against the wily Kellen Smith. Boy, if Grand Valley can get a score here, they're going to be very tough to beat. They're going to put it in the hands of Hayes. 14 on the shot clock. A score now will just about do it for the Lakers. Fans starting to stand here. Hayes looking to go. He found Kapuska. Kapuska, Rollins inside, hammered. 2-shot foul with 13 seconds left in the contest. So not as good as a bucket, but an opportunity to make it that way. That was Vincent Adams who picked up the foul. Davis is going to come back for Saginaw Valley. Chaz Rollins, yeah, not much doubt about that one. Boy, if he had been able to finish through that foul there, it would have been something here for the Lakers. Quiet as a church, but Chaz Rollins cannot get the free throw down. So that means Saginaw Valley, at the very least, is going to have a chance for a 3. And that puts Saginaw in kind of a funky position because if he makes 2, they're going to charge to the basket and try to get the quick goal. But now they have to decide if he makes this one, do they go for a 3, which I would think would almost be certain. One more for Chaz. Better that time, but he cannot make it. 2-point ball game. Oh, goodness gracious. Clock running down. Turnage looking for Hall for 3. Hall, no. Rebounded Rollins. Fouled with 2.6 remaining. Can the Lakers get out of here alive? Well, Chaz, you didn't make the last 2, but if you make these 2, all is forgiven. Zach West made a pretty good defensive play to contest that triple try. And look at this rebound for Chaz Rollins. He just made that his own. There you go, Chaz. 11 points in the ball game. Now Rick Wesley takes a timeout. That's interesting right there. I know he wants to set his defense. but after Chaz made that first one, you might think, well, maybe he'll just turn him loose. He's feeling good about it. If Grand Valley gets a free throw here, it's over. If they don't get the free throw, they're going to have to defend. $21 for Rice Camp tonight, 17 for Hayes, 14 for Carbajal. Chaz Rollins with 11, and if he gets to 12, he's the hero. 23 for Damon Bozeman, 20 for Turnage. The only two double-figure scores for Randy Baruth and the league leaders. Well, it's all academic if this ball goes down right here for 25 in white. Chaz Rollins. Well, they called timeout, and the clock never started. I think the clock has got to start. You've got to take a tick or two off. I mean, not a full second, but a couple of tenths. Now, this is a 30 here, but I think the problem, well, I'm not going to say, because the rule has changed this year in terms of advancing the ball, but I don't think that Saginaw Valley can advance it when they've called the timeout from open play like that. Then the official is going to indicate that Saginaw Valley is going to have to go the length of the court. So Grand Valley can get a touch, but you just cannot let a guy like Bozeman or maybe Kellen Smith get an uncontested three here. Saginaw might try to run a play, have somebody tip it to the wing toward a target, but that suggests that you can do that cleanly. Kellen Smith is not going to be the three-point shooter because he's throwing the ball in bounds. So where are they going here? Grand Valley's going to, well, actually, I think it's Saginaw Valley. They called the second timeout. Randy Baruch took a look at how Grand Valley was going to defend. Now will Wesley change? I think Grand Valley will line up somewhere between the circles in the Saginaw Valley attacking end and make Saginaw Valley throw it over their head. If they throw it in front of them, they might concede the pass. Boy, you just think about the importance of free throws. Grand Valley has missed 3 free throws here in the final 15 seconds. Could have wrapped this thing up on 2 different occasions. Chaz Rollins missed 2 and then he missed 1. And if he gets 2 out of 4, the game's over. You know, everybody else in the GLIAC that's paying attention to this one is pulling for Grand Valley right now to drag the Cardinals back to the pack a little bit. May not make a difference in the playoffs. I don't think you want to concede the ball to Bozeman in the backcourt. He could take 2 or 3 long dribbles and launch. You don't want to be too passive here. I'm wondering if Grand Valley might commit a foul in this situation if the ball is caught. Smith throws a bullet in there. It's Caleb Davis for 3. Uh-oh. He missed it. And Grand Valley's got the victory. Boy, it looked good on the release. Davis got it off, but somehow the Lakers are able to hang on for what might be their biggest win of the year. Grand Valley moves to 17-9 overall, 11-9 in league play. Saginaw Valley beaten for the first time in a while. Baruch's club goes to 17-3 in the GLIAC. 21-5 overall. A great Division II college basketball game here tonight. Big smile for Rick Wesley as he heads off the court here this evening. And Grand Valley gets a split in the Battle of the Valleys. The women losing to Saginaw Valley 75-71, but with Luke Reiskamp scoring 21 and Aaron Hayes with 17, the Lakers come back to win the men's game. The final score here tonight on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network, the Lakers winning it by 3. So, for our entire broadcast crew, I'm Tom Cleary. Thanks for being with us here tonight. In the men's game from Allendale, it's Grand Valley winning it. The Lakers 76, Saginaw Valley 73. Good night.